It is time now for Ask the Expert. And you know, baby boomers are expected to get back into the real estate market in the next 5 years to downsize. A recent survey found that more than 1.4 million boomers will be purchasing real estate between now and 2023. So if downsizing is in your near future, Colleen Lyle is here to help you get started in today's edition of Ask the Expert. There's all the information on your screen for how you can get a hold of us here at CTV Morning Live and put your questions to Colleen. Good morning.
Good morning.
I know my parents are right in this category right now, late 60s, early 70s, and they're thinking it's time to move, all because in their case, not that the house is too big, the property is too much.
Yeah.
And you must get a lot of this, that people just say, I need to move for A, B, or C, all kinds of different reasons. And then it's a matter of, where do I begin? What do I do? And I know my mom is overwhelmed with that whole process right now. Does she look for a home first? Does she pack up her home first? What do you do?
So I think we've talked about this a lot, and we are seeing a growing demand for those smaller homes. We truly are. And I think first and foremost is figure out your game plan and really figure out what you want and where you're going to go. Mm-hmm. Because, is it about the square footage of the house? Is it the fact that there are 2 stories? Or is it about the property? Because all those 3 components, we encourage people to say, okay, like where's your headspace?
Yeah.
Right?
Figuring out why they don't want to be in their current home anymore is very important for what they're going to look for in their next home, right?
Absolutely, because I think the important part is when I sit down with my baby boomer clients and my clients who are looking to downsize, first and foremost, like any of our clients, I want to create kind of a 5-year plan, right? Plan is what we always say. Because why are you moving? Is it to move closer to the grandkids? Is it to move because the house is too big? Is it to move because you don't want to do the stairs anymore? Mm-hmm. But also, I want to ask them, what are you deciding that you are downsizing because of health reasons? Or are you downsizing because your lifestyle? No longer do you need to be dealing with our lovely Canadian winters anymore, which is my headspace at this point. So that changes where I can go, because even if I get a smaller home, I have to be able to shut down that home for at least 2 months,
right,
unless I have a babysitter literally in that house.
So that'll make a difference as to what kind of house you look to buy.
Absolutely, because by law, insurance is going to want someone literally checking in your house once it's vacant for over a week. Mm-hmm. You need someone actually legally writing in a checklist the fact that they've been in your home.
Oh, wow.
and checking on it. So the fact is that a lot of people don't know that component because they could lose their insurance. So it's all something that you need to consider. There's
a lot of questions to ask before you do anything, isn't there?
There is, but at the same time, the biggest thing, again, we often say is plan, because if your headspace is even, okay, Colleen, maybe this is the year that we're not moving, but it might be next year, I still need to put a realtor in front of them, have them call their realtor, because it really is important in trying to figure out if there are certain things that they need to improve on to get the equity out of their home. It's also figuring out the fact that if they're moving from the country property to a city property, it may be a lateral move and one that they may not be willing to do.
Financially,
yeah. Because you may have a $500,000, $600,000 beautiful 2-story home, on 2 acres in the rural suburbs here in Ottawa. But if you need to move into a downtown condo because you want to walk everywhere, well, that's the equivalent of a Westboro small 1-bedroom or 2.
Yeah.
So it's something to really consider. Sometimes people don't realize that with the home that they currently are in, it's going to be a lateral move and not necessarily put a lot of money in their pocket. So again, if you're sitting with your realtor, maybe there's some upgrades to add equity to your home.
And that's just it, because a lot of people look to their home, their familial home that they've raised their children in, and say, well, this is the house we are going to live off of in retirement when we downsize. This is the money that we will use. But if it's a lateral move, that might not be the best situation. How is the market right now for downsizing?
It's a tough one. So I'm running into more and more individuals who want bungalows. And so I say it often, I'm putting a call out. If anybody has a bungalow to sell, we have quite a few. So it's a high demand product right now. And the market is still very aggressive when it comes to selling your home. So no matter what, being on the market is great. It's just a matter of deciding if we need to sell first or buy first. And if you have a mortgage in your house, you may be stuck. If you're mortgage free, you might have the ability, if you don't have that debt, that you can spend the time finding that home before you actually sell.
A lot to talk about. This is a big conversation for a lot of people out there. Colleen is not going anywhere. She's ready to take your call. So pick up the phone, 789-6559, extension 2803. Or if you'd like me to ask that question on your behalf, ottawa.morning@ctv.ca. You can also message us on our Facebook page, CTV Ottawa Morning Live. We're back after this.